This lesson is on non-resistance in relationships. So when you're in a relationship with somebody and they pull away, and then you resist it and you get angry or you get sad and you plead with them and you chase them and you tell them that you can't live without them, that energy is what's called resistance. And what that creates is a devalue of yourself, your self love, your self respect, and actually can cause a devalue in the other person. So there's nothing wrong with telling the truth, which might very well be, I love you and I want to be with you. And I hear that you want to break up, so I accept that and I release you. That would probably be a healthy way, opposed to trying to bargain with them or convince them to be with you. That generally will not work. And if it does work, it will still create an imbalance in the relationship because if the person's leaving you, they feel it's either from a healed place or an unhealed place. So it's either an act of love or a call for love. If it's a call for love, it's because they're hurting and they're feeling unloved and there's stuff for them to work on. And they might need a little bit of space to even just to reflect on that for themselves so that they can change. Or it's an expression of love because they feel like there's an incompatibility in the relationship. It doesn't feel like it's something that they can be sustained long term. And then therefore, it feels like the most loving thing to end the relationship. But regardless of the outcome, or sorry, regardless of the reason or whether it's a call for love or expression of love, when you respond with love and be in non resistance to the other person's choice, this is going to build your self love, your self respect. A really good mantra for a situation like this would be I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. And it's not just for when they leave you, it could also be when they decide they don't want to go to the party with you, or they don't want to drive, or whatever is within their control that they've decided that they do or do not want to do that might be in conflict with what you want, but is not in your control. So it is not in your control whether or not someone else stays in a relationship. It is within your control whether you do something within the relationship. So being able to find what's in your control and what's outside of your control, and then being in acceptance of things outside of your control that someone else has decided, and allowing them to be where they are. Often this space will allow them to reflect. So if it's a call for love, they'll probably gently be able to correct themselves. However, if you attack them or you fall into this thought that you're unlovable and you need this in order to and you need this person in order for you to feel like you're enough, or you need them to do this for you to feel enough, that energy is going to overall give you a lesson in suffering, and you will probably have pain until you change. So allowing the person that is pulling away to pull away, if you're the one that is having the other person say you're wanting to pull away because it feels loving, be able to stand by that and set the boundaries as an act of love. When we make decisions from a place of love, it's to say I'm not going to do something that I don't want to do because you're hurting. So when someone else is hurt by you saying no, or you saying this is not something that's loving for me, it's really important that if you know your motivation is from an act of love, to hold that frame. And if it is from a call for love, so you're doing this thing, or you're being in resistance, or you're pulling away because you're hurting, then that's for you to correct. That's for you to bring awareness to, and then gently correct yourself. There's so many like frogs out here, and tadpoles. They're really noisy, kind of distracting me, but I love it. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. Okay, peace.